Okay. We're thinking that work. Can you hear me? I hope some of you hung out and stayed around so we could get this meal cooked. And if you didn't hang around, I totally don't blame you because we totally blew it on this one, and it took almost 45 minutes. Well, it took 45 minutes just to figure it out, and this was trickier than the other ones. So I just saw you guys can hear. All right, all right. So thank you for hanging out. And here's what we're gonna do. For those of you who are here right now, we're gonna do a giveaway right now, just because you guys were kind enough to stay and hang out, and I'm really glad you did. So here's the deal: we're making Capellini Pomodoro. Okay, if you could tell me what region this dish comes from in Italy, I'm going to give you a free shirt. Your choice: long sleeve, short sleeve, just a t-shirt, but long sleeve, short sleeve, any color. Check out the one I'm wearing. It's just the simple one to treat. So where's this dish come from? What region in Italy does Capellini Pomodoro come from? First one to get it gets a free t-shirt. And that's just a quick way to say thank you for hanging out. And I'm sorry for making these mistakes. It's totally on us, and we're working on it, and we're going to get it all right. So we're watching for the right answer. I don't see it yet.
It's not yet.
I know somebody's going to probably get online.
Oh, somebody's super close here.
There are people
Should we give
that are
it
close.
to him with near Naples? I think that's pretty close.
We could call that, it's, close enough in my book. You want to?
All right, we're going with near Naples, QB Craft 13.
QB Craft 13, near Naples works for me. It's Naples is what I was looking for. So by saying near Naples, I'm going to say you got close enough. So good guess, or maybe you already knew that, and it's great knowledge. Anyways, that's where this dish comes from, and we're going to get right into cooking it right now. Without further ado, I peeled my garlic while you guys were away, so I have my whole garlic cloves. We're going to shave those up in just a second. The first thing I'm going to do is get my tomatoes going. So I take my Roma tomatoes. I already took off the little root end, and what I like to do is just cut these in half, and I set those halves down. Then I cut those in thirds. So I have 1, 2, 3 pieces, okay, both of them. And then I turn them sideways, and I'm going to cut those in about 4 pieces. And I'm looking for a piece about that size right there. Okay, and that's what we're going to use in this particular dish. It only takes a second to get these cut up. So I'm going to show you how we do this really quick. I just go through and cut them. So when I worked in an Italian restaurant, this was one of the most popular dishes. It was real simple. We would serve it just by itself, Capellini Pomodoro. Sometimes people would add shrimp. They would add chicken. We used to do this dish that we called our Pomodoro Especial. Okay, we would make blackened chicken and toss it with the Capellini Pomodoro once it was all done. And we would add some capers in there, a little bit of red chili flake, and some green onions. It just kind of kicked the whole dish up. It was a little bit spicy, super flavorful. So there's so many different things you can do with this dish. You can really play with it and have fun. And if you like smaller tomatoes, go with smaller tomatoes. I think this is a good sized tomato. It's what I like to do. It really leaves a bite for you when you're ready to eat. Actually get a chunk of tomato in your mouth. So we get these all cut up here. I have some water boiling behind me. That's going to be for our pasta. You guys are going to see this dish is going to go fast. So the water, like I say, it's boiling. In just a second, when I need to toast my pine nuts. So when I toast the pine nuts, what we're going to do is cook the pasta at the same time. And then it's all going to come together, because once we cook this pomodoro, it literally takes just a few minutes and it's done. It's a very, very fast dish. It's in the restaurant business what we call a la minute dish. That means it's cooked to order, and you go from start to finish. As long as you have your mise en place done, everything like chopped and ready and in its place, then this dish goes very fast. So my tomatoes are ready. I'm going to put those back in my dish here. We're going to go ahead and get the garlic going.
Lots of Thanksgiving wishes.
Well, it is that time of year, and I do appreciate that, guys, and thank you. And I hope everybody out there has a happy and safe holiday yourselves. Thanksgiving is really, it's family time, and I hope if you're missing your family, you get a chance to see them this year, and if not, at least talk to them on the phone. It's like that's one of the nice things about this particular holiday is I think it actually brings our families together, and me and my family has always been close. It's a so Thanksgiving's like really it's a fun holiday. I know this is weird. I'm using a paper napkin to clean up here because I don't have a towel out here right at the moment. So you do what you got to do, right? Really, no rules in cooking. That's what I say. So let's go ahead and get some garlic going here. So what I do with the garlic, I got them all peeled, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to just what I call shaving it. Really, I'm just slicing it super thin, okay? And then when I put it in the oil, all these little thin pieces of garlic are really going to infuse the oil and create this beautiful flavor. So let's go ahead and just get that done. I like to put it down on the board, put my knuckles there, and I give real thin little slices. We see how many we can get out of each little clove. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut these all up. It won't take too long. And the more garlic, the better. Because like they say in most dishes, you can never have too much garlic. So we're going to go ahead and just get these all sliced up. I got 2 more cloves here we're going to slice up. And we'll have our garlic ready.
Hey, to the winner of that t-shirt, we will reach out to you. We see you on here. And then for the people that were watching on the previous live, drop us your shirt size in the chat. There's a few of you. We're going to send you guys a shirt too.
That's how we roll, guys. We and my whole team here just really appreciates everything that you guys do for us by watching, by hanging out, and we are very sorry that we couldn't get this going 45 minutes ago, but we can give back a little bit because it was our mistake, and we just want to say thank you. Let me grab a little dish. I'm going to put my garlic in there. And guys, I really do have the best team, I have to say. I'd give a big shout out to everybody that works with me, John and Lowell and Katie. They're always just right on top of every little mistake before it even becomes a problem. They see it and they start working on it. And they're just like, it's an amazing group of people that I get to work with. And they really make it easy for me to do what I do, which is cook. So big shout out to those 3 for everything they do to help me and to make this all possible for you guys. So I'm going to move my cutting board. We have our mise en place ready. Oh no, flip this over. That's a classic chef move. We're going to get our basil ready. That's the one thing I didn't talk about. Let me rinse my hands here really quick. Sorry if I seem a little flustered. I know this has already been running an hour for some of you, and I hate to take your whole afternoon, so I appreciate you hanging out this long. Let me show you what we do with our basil. We're going to do a cut with the basil. It's a classic chiffonade. Okay, so how we do that is we take our basil plant, and we're going to start by just pulling off the leaves. So we pull off all the big leaves. And then what we're going to do is we're going to stack those all up together. And as I do this, I'm going to go through and I'm going to find some pretty ones. This one's kind of pretty. I'm going to pull that whole thing off because that's going to be a little garnish on my dish when I'm all done. So we can get a few more of these big leaves. I really love the basil in this dish. It has amazing flavor. It adds this beautiful freshness. Everything about this dish just screams fresh. So, and I know different people make their pomodoros different ways. This is the way I've always done it, and it's always been popular with the guests that I've served in restaurants. Let's see, get just a couple more of these big leaves off of here. And then if you do this, guys, your plant is not dead. Even though I'm pulling a lot of these leaves off, you could throw some water in here, throw it up in the windowsill. It's going to grow back. That's the cool thing about getting these little live basil plants. So we're going to move this off to the side. And I'm going to go ahead and what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to stack these all right on each other. Okay, as you can see, I'm just stacking up one big straight pile of basil leaves.
He got people on from all over the world.
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah. Nova Scotia, France, the UK.
Wow, that is wonderful.
Drop where you're from. It's fun to see it.
I love to see that. I love that that we have such a wide reach with what we're doing here. It excites me, and I wish I could watch you guys cook and see what some of your regional foods are. And I bet it would just be absolutely amazing. As a foodie, I would love to sit down and break bread with you And maybe someday I'll make it overseas, and that'll all happen. Otherwise, even regional here in the United States, there's different parts of the country that just serve different styles of food. So let me show you.
We're getting most states represented here. It's pretty crazy.
That's wild. That's
yeah,
great.
Oklahoma, Australia's on, New York City, Wisconsin, Northern Illinois, New Jersey, South Florida, Chicago, Arkansas, Washington State, Jackson, Wyoming, Asheville, North Carolina, Memphis. Pretty cool.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That is wild. That is all over. I mean, you guys are representing. Thank you so much. So here's what this looks like. I stacked up all my basil. Okay, one nice pretty little stack. Now I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna roll it up. Okay, so we're gonna take that, roll it as best we can, and then we're just gonna go through and slice along, and this is gonna give us what we call a chiffonade, and this will be perfect for the dish that we're doing. And you'll see I'll break that up a little bit. And that's what we're looking at. That's what we want. That's our chiffonade of basil, and that's gonna go tossed in our pasta when we do it. Let me get another little dish over here. I should have had this ready. This is my mise en place. I'll throw my basil in there.
Ooh,
now,
St. Petersburg, Kansas, Denmark. Nice. Waco.
Wow.
Chicago. Somebody formerly from Reno who's now in Tennessee.
Formerly from Reno and in Tennessee. That's I've been to Tennessee once. I went to Nashville, and as a big music fan, I went to the Country Music Hall of Fame. I took my daughter, for those of you who saw her on this video just a few minutes ago, I took her there when she was like 3 years old. And it's been that long since I've been back to Nashville, but absolutely loved that town, and have always wanted to go back. Maybe someday I will. So let's cook some pasta. We're gonna toast our pine nuts, cook some pasta, and then we make this pomodoro. It's just like that. So back here, I have my water boiling. You can't see it because this is in the way. I move this right here, guys. I got some water boiling. I'm gonna throw my pasta in.
Say hi to Alex and Kelly, since he's asking so nice.
Alex and Kelly. Where's Alex and Kelly from?
You'll have to tell me, Alex. I lost you on the screen.
Hi, Alex and Kelly. Thank you guys for joining. I wish I could say hi to every one of you, but you asked for a shout out. I'll try to give you guys a shout out. That's what we're all about. I'm super friendly, and I'm super easy when it comes to this stuff. Okay, so I'm just getting my pasta in here. I could have used a bigger pan, but I didn't. So it's taking me just a second to kind of get this down in here without burning the edges. And of course, I don't want to break my pasta because I hear I'll really upset some Italian nonnas, and I don't want to do that. And I like a long noodle anyways, right? Everybody, it's like pasta is an art. People go to the trouble to make these beautiful long noodles. The last thing they want to see is somebody snap them right in half, right? So, so I'm not breaking my pasta. So I'm just going to mix this up. Give me just a second. It's starting to get all down in the water. And once we're down in there, then I can come back. We're going to start toasting our pine nuts. You could put your pine nuts in the oven, 350 degrees on a little tray for about 10 minutes, and just keep an eye on them so they don't burn. What happens when you toast them, though, is they start getting real nutty, and they release these flavors. When they're not toasted, they kind of have a raw flavor to them. You could use them like that, but they're kind of raw tasting. And once you get that nuttiness coming out of them, which is funny because they're nuts and you want them to be nutty, but it really is a different flavor once you toast them a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get out my pan here. Now we're going to get rid of the cutting board.
Regina, he cooks at the University of Nevada for Pi-Fi.
I'm going to go ahead and stir this pasta a little bit more back here.
I love, there's a commenter on here that's at a magic show for her daughter's boyfriend's birthday, so she just can't watch, but she's commenting. It's awesome.
Well, you know,
sorry you can't watch.
Yeah, I'm sorry too. But you had a magic show, and a lot of you probably don't know I used to be a magician.
Yeah.
And maybe next week I'll do a magic trick for you guys, just because. And I have some really fun magic tricks I can do that will be real simple to do on here. There's different types of magicians. There's your big stage magicians. They do these grand illusions. There's mentalism, and they can read your mind. I do what's called sleight of hand. So it's close-up magic, and I do it right here in front of you, and I make the magic happen. And when you see close-up magic, I think that's like one of the best kinds of magic, because it's like you're watching and you can't believe what you're actually seeing, because it does actually look so magical. It's a really fun art to have learned when I was younger. And I actually put together an educational magic show that I performed at all the libraries one year. It was for the summer reading program, and it was a really, really fun experience, and I had a lot of fun with it. So let's get back to toasting some nuts. So I'm going to take my hex-clad pan here. Let's see. Let me get my burner to work here. Oh, because we had to put the gas on. There we go. And I'm going to go about a medium heat. And I'm going to take my pine nuts, and I'm just going to dump them right in there. And spread those around a little bit. And we're going to start toasting these. And these are only going to take a couple minutes in this pan. If I want, I can go a little bit higher on a medium high. But I got to keep an eye on them and keep tossing them around and make sure they don't burn. Meanwhile, I get back to my pasta here. Give that another stir. This is angel hair, and it doesn't take long. And I want to eat it while it's al dente. So I just want to keep a good close eye on that and make sure that pasta doesn't get overcooked. And when I think we're close, I'm just going to turn this off, and I'm going to let it soak for just a second in that hot water so it doesn't overcook. And give that a little toss. And I can see we're already starting to get a little bit of heat on those. And then we're going to cook our pasta, our tomatoes. Now the tomato dish, that part of the dish goes really quick. And so you want to have everything ready. You want to have your nuts ready. You want to have your cheese ready for shredding. This is your garnish. You want to have your pasta ready, which I can see is getting close. I'm going to take a little taste of one of these noodles. And if I got a little crunch to it, I'm going to turn that off. That's perfect. Just slightly crunchy, which means in a few minutes when this is ready, that's going to be absolutely perfect. I don't want my pasta to be crunchy. I want it to be al dente. It means firm to the bite. So it's going to be slightly firm, but it's going to be cooked. So in case, aren't they?
Let's do it.
Aren't they on there?
There are some on there, yes, but we have.
I got you.
Went through the, yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to keep toasting these. These are almost ready. My pasta's ready. I got another pan ready. So meanwhile, I want to talk, guys, for just a quick second about Kevmo's Kitchen, the fully interactive website that I know you guys are watching this on today. We've been really doing our best to get extra recipes up and do these lives. And we've been talking a lot about some different ideas. And I just want to say, keep an eye out for some super exciting things that are going to be happening. We're going to be sending out emails to everybody who's on the site. We're going to be letting you know weekly what kind of new events are coming up that we're going to do. When we drop these new recipes, it's going to be all sorts of fun. So kevmoskitchen.com, guys, this is where it's at for me right now. I spend more time thinking about this page than I do thinking about the sorority house where I cook. Okay.
There are going to be some Black Friday deals. I see that question a couple times, and we'll announce those too. If you subscribe to Kevmo's Kitchen, you'll get the email about that. So if you're a subscriber already, you should see that early next week. And if you're not, go ahead and subscribe, and we'll send it to you.
Okay, so I got this. I got these done. See if I can kind of show you how those have a little slight brown on them. I don't want to burn them. Just want a little brown, little golden brown on each of them. If you can try to do this without dumping them out. I don't know how well you can see that, but those are ready now. So what you want to do now is you want to transfer this to a colder pan. If I leave these in here just to sit while I do everything else, they're going to burn because this pan is hot. So I've actually prepared myself a little dish here where I'm just going to take these and pour them right on there. Now, these are ready. I'm going to set these up here. I'm going to put this pan off to the side, and I bring in my nice all-clad pan. This is what I like to cook this dish in. It's going to work absolutely perfect. Excuse me. I wish I had a higher, I'm going to work on getting a different camera that allows you to look down into my pan when I cook. I think that would be a lot of fun. But for now, I'm just going to kind of show you as I go, and we'll work on that aspect. It's going to require some tripods, some different angles, and I'm going to make that happen for us because I think it'll be a lot more fun if you can actually see in my pan. But let's go ahead and start cooking. This is going to be the tomatoes. So I'm going to put my pan on. I'm going to let the pan get hot. Now, the number one rule in cooking when you come to using these pans is you want to use a hot pan with cold oil. This is going to prevent your food from sticking, and you want to get that pan hot. That's the idea of an all-clad pan in order to not stick. A lot of people think, well, I put a fried egg in here, and it just instantly sticks to the bottom. Well, if you have a nice hot pan and you put some cold oil in there, then you drop your egg in there, that egg will naturally release when it's cooked on the bottom, and it won't be burnt. It'll be cooked, and it'll be perfect. And I use an egg as an example because eggs generally tend to stick to everything. Okay, so I'm starting to get warmed up here, so we're almost ready.
Lots of questions. Let me just answer them really quick. Cookbook questions on here. The digital cookbooks there, everything's been converted to like servings 4 to 6 people. You can go to kevmoskitchen.com and you can check it out. But if you want oils, just go, you can get the link there, or you can go to just oldschoolkevmo.com.
So oldschoolkevmo, just like my name, .com, and that's going to take you to a link where you can get all the different oils. I have these here, my chili oil, my lemon oil. You have a standard olive oil. I have honeys and coffees and all my different, just all sorts of different things, t-shirts. And the coolest thing, one of my favorites, the guitar spatula, the What a Treat guitar spatula, which I'm going to be using a little bit here today. We're going to go ahead and get this going. And then, guys, on that page, there's also a link that goes straight to Kevmo's Kitchen, so you really don't have to remember both of those names. Just go to oldschoolkevmo.com. You can follow the link right over to kevmoskitchen.com, and it's all interlinked. It's all together. And this is a project that, once again, my team has been working on for a long time, and they do a great job, and they've really put together this beautiful interactable website. So let's get some oil in this pan. And I like to do a lot. I get the bottom of that covered. You can kind of see in there, kind of, not really. If I tilt it too much, that's going all over the counter. Now we're going to put in that shaved garlic, okay? And we're going to let that start browning. I want it to get slightly golden just on the edge of the garlic, so I don't want it to burn. But that's why I have my tomatoes all cut up and ready. The second I get this garlic to the point where it's starting to like maybe get past the point that I want it, that's when I add the tomatoes. The tomatoes are going to start cooking immediately, but they're going to cool down the pan enough to where this garlic will not burn. It's going to stop the cooking process on that garlic. That's the reason you want to have that stuff ready. You don't want to start cooking your garlic and then have to go start chopping your tomatoes. So we're starting to get this garlic looking really good. We're going to get it nice and golden brown. I can smell it. It smells beautiful. It's just like making this aroma throughout the entire house right now. Garlic has a way of doing that.
I know your daughter said hi on the live chat.
Ooh, hi, Carly.
Yes, we can ship to all the places you guys are asking. Canada, Australia, no problem there. Hi to all the musicians and lots of people from California saying hi right now.
Hi, California. I was born in California, so California native here. I've been in Reno most of my life, but born and raised down in the Bay Area. Let me interrupt this for a second because this garlic is at a point where I need to add my tomatoes. This is going to sparkle up a little bit. It could sometimes flame, so be careful. Tomatoes go in. We'll give that a little tossy toss. And we want to salt this at this point. And I do a pretty hefty amount of salt in there. Another little toss. And we're going to let this cook for just a second. And we're going to go ahead and add in some of our chiffonado basil, a pretty good amount. I'm a big basil fan.
Where in the Bay Area?
I was born in San Mateo and I grew up in Foster City, and I went to Hillsdale High School for my freshman and sophomore year, and that's before I moved to Reno. I also went to Shoreview. Shoreview was a kindergarten through 5, I believe, and I went to Bowditch Middle School. I went to Turnbull Middle School as well, which is right across the street from San Mateo High School. I spent a lot of time all over the Bay Area. It was my running ground. It's like I really grew up there. We used to take the bus We used to take the bus from Hillsdale Mall, so from the shopping mall, all the way around 280 down into San Francisco, and we would go to. It would drop us off at one end of the Golden Gate Park, and then we'd ride our skateboards all the way through Golden Gate Park, all the way up to Haight Street, where we would run up to like get a slice of pizza. We'd go to Go Skate on like Skates on Haight, and we'd pick up some stickers, and we'd swing by the psychedelic shop and grab some incense and whatever else burned really good, and then we hop back on that bus and get back home before the sun went down. And that was a great day in San Francisco growing up, guys. It was like that's how we did it. That's how Gen X was. We just like ran all over everywhere. We hopped on the bus, and if it would take us there, we'd go there. I once rode the bus down to Santa Cruz, believe it or not. So anyways, this is almost ready. At this point, I'm going to get my pasta, which has been sitting back here. We're going to add some pasta in here. And it's a little starchy. We're going straight from our pasta water right in here. I don't want to rinse this off. I want to leave that starch on there. And we're going to give that a little toss as well. Kind of getting stuff everywhere. Throw that tomato back in. No jumpers. And I'm going to hit that with just one more little touch of olive oil. This is looking just beautiful, guys. I'm going to show you how we finish it. All right. I think that's good. This dish goes very quick. Move this back here a little bit. And I got a dish. I love this dish. Somebody commented on it last time. They said they really liked my dish. This is one of my favorite dishes for serving. It's a short-rimmed, big, flat kind of plate bowl sort of thing.
For those of you asking, I think it smells about the best it's ever smelled in this kitchen. It's really good.
So I'm going to start by putting the pasta down in the plate. And once I got all that basically on there, then we're going to go ahead and hit the tomatoes on top of that. Look at that. Now, let's get rid of this. The key to finishing this dish, because it's so fresh, we want to put some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. So we're going to do that. And I like to use my microplane. A lot of people just use this for zesting vegetable or zesting, their citrus and whatnot. I use it to grate my cheese. I think it's really simple. So we're going to hit that with a bunch of cheese. And then we're also, and you could put more cheese as you serve it. Everybody's probably going to put a little bit more cheese on their dish. We're also going to hit it with these pine nuts. Put a pretty good amount of those on there. And then that little piece of basil that I said I was going to save. Just because you want your food to look pretty, I'm going to throw that right on top. Guys, look at that. Capellini Pomodoro. Totally ready. Now, what my family likes to do when we eat this is we take a little bit of extra basil that we had in there. We sprinkle that around on top as well. Just dump it all. And that's it, Capellini Pomodoro. Now, what's unfortunate is I have a medical procedure coming up and I'm fasting right now, so I can't even eat this. But this is my daughter's absolute favorite dish. Carly is going to join us. She's going to come over. Let me grab her a fork. She is going to try this out.
Okay, you guys. This is literally my favorite meal that I've ever eaten. I learned to make it myself, but I can't quite make it the exact same.
She does great. She's made it for the family several times, and it's absolutely delicious every time.
But, all right. I'll give you all the taste test, the first bite, the review. Blow a little, or you'll burn your taste buds off.
She grew up in the restaurant business, and she grew up in kitchens, and so she knows. Yeah, there's the dance. That's the flavor dance.
Oh my God.
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
Thank
you for coming and tasting it for everybody. We live vicariously through you right now.
Yeah, I can't eat the nuts. So.
The only thing I have to say is save some for your sister. Oh, looky who came to say hi.
We have another special guest.
This is my boy, Gussie. And Gussie has a sister, but she is not in the picture right now. She's over there.
Not in the picture, like she's about 5 feet away.
Yeah, she's just off to the side. But Gussie likes this dish too. And I know as soon as we're not on camera, he's probably going to want to get in there and have a few bites.
You're getting some questions about your health update. If you want to give a quick health update.
So I'm 100%. Guys, I'm 100%.
Keep eating this, guys. Sorry, don't mind me.
Yeah, take your time. See, once you start, you can't stop.
Oh my God.
I'm healthy. I'm in remission. I'm in full remission right now from my stage 4 cancer, and I'm blessed to be where I'm at. The test, I'm doing one of those tests where, you know, when you get to be in your 50s, every couple of years, you have to do these tests just to make sure your body is healthy and make sure you're not going to get sick. So without going into detail, I'm sure a lot of you know what I'm talking about. I can't eat right now, which is really too bad because if I could, she wouldn't be eating this dish. I would be.
Oh, we'd be sharing it anyways.
Yeah, we'd be sharing it. She's right. So anyways, yeah, but so this test I'm doing is just strictly a preventative test to make sure that there's nothing wrong with me. And I'm all for doing that. And I recommend everybody does that if they have the opportunity. Just, you know, stay on top of things, because the sooner you find out something is wrong and you start treating it, the better chance you have of beating it. And I feel like that's what happened with my cancer. I was fortunate enough to find it and treat it right away. And I'm now in remission, and I feel great, and everything's good. Everything's going wonderful. So I thank you guys for asking, and I appreciate everybody who's followed my journey and everybody who's reached out with kind words. It really does mean the world. Sometimes it's like gotten me through my days, trying not to cry here. So anyways, that's our Capellini Pomodoro. I know it's been late. It's already 4:15, and I've kept you guys since about 3 o'clock, even though we've only been cooking now for about half hour, 40 minutes. So I'm going to let you guys go. And I just really want to say thank you again. Check out KevMo'sKitchen.com. Check out oldschoolkevmo.com. Got my oils. We got the fully interactive digital cookbook. Lots of cool, fun things going on. And thank you for joining again today. And I'm not sure how Thanksgiving week is going to go, but we're definitely going to get back on here within the next week or so and do another live. And I'll have that up on KevMo'sKitchen.com as well, with the countdown clock saying exactly when we're going to be there. So you can tune in and watch us juggle around the volume. Hopefully we're going to work on that. We're going to get on that in the next couple of days, and we're going to figure it out. So guys, it's been a pleasure. What a treat. Thank you for joining. Have a great day.